was stuck marketing my business for years, getting zero visibility. So I spent hundreds of hours studying legendary marketers and advertisers. Then after much trial and error and thousands of dollars spent, I discovered these 5 mind-blowing marketing hacks. That allowed me to generate over 1,200 quality B2B leads for my business last year. And I'm just one dude doing all the marketing himself. So here are the 5 B2B marketing hacks that can help you do the same. The first thing to understand about B2B lead generation is that it's not much different to generating leads in the consumer space. You're still marketing to people who have the same needs, wants, frustrations as every other person. It's a person that's going to sign the checks ultimately. Another thing to be aware of when marketing for B2B is that one marketing channel mightn't be enough to achieve your quota for leads. There are less potential customers when you're marketing to a B2B market than a consumer market. So the pool of customers is a lot smaller, as you can imagine. For example, it's like selling air fryers versus medical devices to large hospitals. If you're selling air fryers, your target market is probably 20% of the entire population. Whereas if you're selling medical devices to large hospitals in North America, your pool of buyers might only be 1,000 people. Now let's talk about the 5 mind-blowing marketing hacks for B2B businesses. Number 1, retargeting ads. Do you know those ads that just follow you around the web? Well, they're retargeting ads and they can be an absolute game changer for your marketing efforts. They zero in on users who've already shown an interest, nudging them to remember you, your brand, your business, and your products or services. You see, consumers typically need to see an ad several times before they make a purchase. So running retargeting ads helps you to ensure that you're staying top of mind with customers, and that's going to increase the likelihood of conversion. It's for that reason why I believe almost every B2B business should be running retargeting ads in some way, shape, or form. They don't cost a lot to run. You can simply run them for $2 a day, and you can basically retarget people who have, visited your website or clicked on your ad. Number 2, interactive content. This is something I see so few businesses doing, and you get a massive yield and a massive ROI on it. So interactive content in marketing refers to any content that requires active engagement from the audience, such as quizzes, polls, calculators, assessments, and interactive infographics. So for B2B marketing, interactive content is crucial because it provides an opportunity to better engage prospects in a more fun and personalized way. So a typical example for a IT business might be interactive ROI calculators for IT solutions. So a business owner can come in here and put in a bit of information about their business and their needs and calculate the ROI on investing on such IT services and solutions, if there are any at all. So that's one example. Another example I've seen is a quiz for cybersecurity readiness. I've also seen quizzes for and evaluations for risk assessments, and they can work really well as well. Another one might be an assessment to determine cloud computing needs. So it might look at all your current on-premises IT infrastructure and get an understanding based on your compute resources that you're using, the storage that you're using, what you might need in the cloud to migrate there. So that's a typical example of interactive content. It's something I see very few businesses doing, and very few businesses doing well, but doing that allows you to differentiate yourself from everybody else, and it really builds trust as well. Number 3, personalized email marketing. So generic corporatized email pales in comparison to the effectiveness of personalized emails that read like a one-to-one conversation that you're having with a friend. Sharing industry insights, helpful tips, customer success stories. And I know this firsthand as well because I've sent hundreds of emails out through my email marketing software, and I can see the click-through rate and the open rate versus these kind of generically corporatized emails versus sharing these, one-to-one personalized emails that's sharing helpful tips and insights and case studies from past client successes. So the metrics show that this actually works a whole lot better, I found. So I've seen a lot of companies doing, and I serve a lot of IT companies. What they do is they get almost syndicated content from vendors. So Microsoft provide a service whereby they'll give you these templatized email packs, and basically you just send them out to your email list, and they share helpful and valuable tips and all that. But really, there's a massive opportunity missed because what's actually happening when you're sending out this syndicated content to, let's say, a third-party vendor is that you're sending it out to your email list, and they're actually building a relationship and a connection with the vendor, whether it's Microsoft or some other provider, and all their suite of tools as well. When in actual fact, you could be building a better connection with your audience through that one-on-one personalized emails like case studies, the helpful tips and industry insights. And they're super quick to create as well. So there should be no reason why you shouldn't be sending at least one personalized email to your email list every single week. It will allow you to generate more leads, book calls, sales, and new clients ultimately. Number 4, lead magnets. So lead magnets in marketing are incentives for prospects to exchange their contact information. So these incentives can take various forms. So for example, ebooks, white papers, webinars, templates, or free trials. They're super effective because they provide immediate value to your prospects, addressing a specific pain point or offering a solution to a problem that they're having. So I'll give you a typical example of a lead magnet that worked really well for me. It converted at about 33% on cold traffic. So I created a little guide helping people to create better offers to showcase how they can charge their customers 30 to 50% more. And that did really well. And it was basically just a simple 5-page PDF workbook that showed them basically how to construct a better offer through value-based pricing so that they could make money on each and every customer. So that really struck a chord with my audience and worked really well. And I was getting leads and opt-ins for approximately $10, which in the B2B space is really low. Additionally, lead magnets help you to really qualify people who are actually interested in your services and are a good fit for what you do. And what that does is makes the sales process a whole lot more efficient and fast as well. Number 5, video case studies. Video case studies are incredibly effective because they allow potential customer see and hear real life people sharing their experience firsthand of what it was like working with you. And that builds a lot of trust and credibility. And ultimately, that's what sees deals get over the line. And video case studies, I find, are a lot better than text-based reviews or testimonials that you might see on people's websites. A lot of those text-based case studies that you see nowadays can actually be a bit fictitious or fake. So it's hard to know what to believe. But when you see a video case study of a real-life person or a real-life business sharing their experience of working with you and the awesome customer service, that really inspires people to take action and get on board working with you. Now, there's a few great ways that you can capture video case studies. There's a cheap way and a more expensive way. So the expensive way is to go get a company that specializes in remote video testimonials. And what they'll do is that they'll actually engage with your customer and host a one-to-one interview with them. And then they'll take that whole interview and boil it down into a 60 to 90 seconds clip, sharing all the best bits of that customer's experience of working with you. So that's a more expensive option. It might cost you a few $1,000s. So that's a more expensive option. It might cost you a few $1,000s. Then a less expensive option is using a free software like Boast.io. So what you do basically after you had a successful engagement with the customer, what you do is go to something like Boast or a similar tool, and you can just send them the link via email. They open it up on their phone, and then they just create a little video case study. And then that can be embedded then on your website. You get a little iframe that you can put in there. So that's an awesome way to capture a video case study as well. There's no reason why you shouldn't be capturing video case studies. It's super easy to do and super cheap to do as well if you go for the less expensive option with the likes of Boast.io. Now I want to talk about the top reasons why people struggle with B2B marketing. So number 1, they just have too many options. Business owners looking to boost their online visibility and generate more business, turn to marketing to achieve that. However, kind of during this process, they face a myriad of options, from agencies, consultancies, courses, software tools, and so on. So it can be difficult to understand what route to go down. Typically, when making decisions, I find what works best is to work with somebody who's achieved the results that you want to achieve yourself, because they've already solved all the problems that you're trying to solve yourself. And when it comes to like marketing agencies and software tools, if you're working with somebody good, they should be impartial to all of this stuff. So they'll allow you to make better decisions and ultimately get better results in your business as well. Number 2, the biggest problem that I see is that lack of time. So marketing, it is an activity that takes time if you're going to be doing it yourself. And as a busy business owner, it can be really tough to find time to market your business, whether that's creating marketing content or sending out an email newsletter. Marketing is a revenue generating activity as is sales. So for that reason, I tell everyone, put marketing activities first thing in the morning. Put the most important thing first thing in the morning, and that should be something like marketing or sales or outreach, okay? That way you'll do the most important thing. You'll be guaranteed to do the most important thing first thing in the morning. And if you can do something like that for 60 minutes every day, consistently over time, you're going to start to build that. You're going to start to build a really good pipeline. And if you build a really good pipeline, you're going to get more sales meetings. If you get more sales meetings with good customers, you're ultimately going to get more clients. But it all comes back to good time management. So again, put the most important thing first thing in the morning. I do all my marketing at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it has been an absolute game changer for my business. The third biggest reason why people struggle with B2B marketing, I found, is finding a marketing strategy that actually works for them. So it can be really difficult finding something for your exact situation, and all B2B businesses are different. They all have their different nuances and different sales process. And as a consequence, their marketing approach will be different for each. So you might see an agency who claim they've gotten, 1,000 sales leads for a specific business. But again, you don't really know where they came from. That business might have had an email list of 100,000 people, which makes it super easy to generate thousands of leads. So you kind of begin to wonder, what is good for my exact situation? And then, am I going to be doing organic social media marketing? Does it make sense to do paid advertising? So it's important when choosing a strategy to really figure out what's gotten for results for people of a similar profile to yourself in the past. And as well, work with somebody who's going to be one-to-one and interactive with you. There's a lot of people right now just shoving people into a canned course and just giving them strategies and making them run with it. But the feedback loop is essential for getting results. So for example, if you go out and learn to play golf, you can read a book and you can put in place some of the stuff that you read in that book. But again, if you don't have like a coach or advisor or mentor giving you feedback, that skill won't develop as fast as it would if you were to actually to work with somebody and work with somebody in the know, to have a good positive feedback loop, to make sure you get the skills and knowledge to achieve the outcome that you're trying to achieve, which in this case is to get more leads for your B2B business. So that's it. They're the biggest marketing hacks I've learned from marketing my business and getting thousands of sales leads. I hope you got some value from this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you the next time.